is Megan Stelljes, and I live in Arlington, Washington. I really like to use food objects because everybody has a narrative with food, and generally it's a positive and comfortable narrative. First couple days of the residency, we're making banana peels, which will culminate into an assembly piece on Sunday, and that'll just be a giant pile of garbage, basically. We'll also be developing some melons, so some cantaloupe and some honeydew, and then those will have banana clusters inserted into the pit. The idea is it's a conversation about like collecting excess, whether that might be like literal junk in your house or like accolades or more is more, right? But sometimes like at the end of the day when you've like worked so hard to get more, you just kind of end up with a pile of garbage. So a lot of times my work is discussing sex or sexuality, and when people see certain or overt sexual references, sometimes they can shut down or like that's inappropriate, it's not okay, we can't talk about this in public, whatever that may be. So by using something that people are familiar with, comfortable with, and have a general positive association, I can sort of start to discuss this narrative, a conversation that I think is really important, and that leads to a conversation about sexual health, consent, reproductive health. There's a lot of really big reasons why we need to talk about these things, and this is sort of my fun foot in the door. And so the objects, the foods that I pick are generally phallic or yonic, and I'm trying to reference genitalia, but in a playful and colorful, bright, fun way. My process is mostly powder-based, so I use a lot of ground fine glass powder that's inherently the color that I want it to be. And using different layers of those powders gives me generally a really natural finish. That takes a lot of research and development to kind of sort through which colors do what thing. And then now I'm moving into this sort of strange way of working where we're using a lot of solid color. So we're just solid color bar as like the core or the fruit or the inside of the object we're making. And that's so I can get that rich saturation and also cut the fruit open on the saw. And then it gives us this like really beautiful, smooth, really dense saturated glass surface. My good friends Bree Chesler and Minhee England are here this week, and so they've worked a couple days on their own, and on Saturday we're going to do a collaboration with some banana peels and then some lips and some eyeballs also that they make, and that is a collaboration born out of fun and love. It feels really good to be in a place where I'm making work and it has homes, and I'm really exploring my voice and pushing into new forms, new color application. There's a lot of energy here, and there's always a large group of people, and we're all working really hard together. So it's also a place for shared passion, love, friendship. And so when I come to the museum, I know that I'm like gonna see everybody that I love, and I'm gonna give hugs, and I get to really fill up my people cup and sort of source that joy that I have around community. And so that's what I find the most here. And also there's something that happens where there's a comfortability around pushing the material, and maybe that is because I feel like I'm in such a beautiful community and amongst friends that I can take some risks. And so this feels like a really safe place to have fun and be a part of a beautiful community, but also push myself, which I value both those very much. So.